What a pleasure it is to welcome you, Diane Haworth. It is so good to connect once again for this special edition of Ask the Author for our new book, Magic and Miracles. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much. And thank you again for bringing this book to the world. It's absolutely what the title says. It is Magic and Miracles.
Yeah. Well, I know that you and I are kindred spirits, and we both recognize that right now is the time to be bringing more light, love, magic, and miracles to the consciousness of our world, because we're all dealing with life as a human, which has its ups and its downs, and we need new ways to connect with that divine or mystical presence that can help us. And I know that for you are a big cheerleader for love,
Yep.
as you call it. And, as a speaker, as a coach, as an author, your whole world is really around creating heart-centered success, and most importantly, teaching principles that you share in your chapter of the book, the Be Love principles, which totally rocked my world when I read them. Like totally, because of the way it came to you, because of, I'm like you, I get visions, I see things, I hear things, but it was so beautiful to see the way that you told this story of how these Be Love principles came to you, and then, like life happens, you immediately had an opportunity to put them into practice. So talk us through how these principles arrived in your consciousness first.
Well, it was unlike anything else that's ever happened to me. Like you said, I've meditated for 25 years. I've been on the spiritual path. My greatest desire is to be as consciously connected to that divine within as I can be, for myself, for my family. So I was attending a workshop, a Hay House workshop, and we were in an exercise. And the exercise was to close your eyes, go inside, and silently ask, love, what would you most have me know today? Now, isn't that a beautiful practice anyway? It really is. I learned that from Dr. Robert Holden. It's something I end my journal entries with every day. One of the things that is just has been so enlightening to me is to understand that love, and that's the name that I use for universe, spirit, God, whatever you think the intelligent, creative, expansive energy that runs the galaxy is. For me, it's love. It's intelligent. It's intelligent. If love can create galaxies, why couldn't it tell me what to do today?
Exactly.
I mean, how crazy is that?
Right.
So I've gotten into the routine of asking. So in this particular setting, I usually will get guidance, but I was not prepared for what happened. I immediately was teleported, is the only way I can explain it, to a scene where I was watching myself go up the steps to my daughter's house. And there is a glass door there. And on the other side of the door was my grandson, who at that time was 15 months old. So he's just a little toddler. And when we see each other, I'm getting emotional just talking about it. It's just love responding to love. So through the door, I could actually see this time love circulating between us. I could see it. I could see my heart open. I could see the love going back and forth and how pure it was. And I immediately heard, greet everyone with an open heart without an agenda.
Greet everyone with an open heart without an agenda. So you just, in this scene, you're looking at your grandson, you're seeing this flow of love between you through the door, and that message dropped into your consciousness.
Absolutely. At this point, I'm the observer. I'm looking down.
Got it.
So I can see this, and it was as clear as I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely. So the next instant, I'm inside the house, and I'm looking at my grandson. Now, if anybody follows me on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see that kid's gorgeous, but I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing his body. I'm looking inside, and there is this beautiful, effervescent energy. And again, I heard, see the divine essence in everyone.
See the divine essence in everyone. So you're looking beyond his physical body and you can see this divine essence. I love it.
I'm looking through. And in this heart, where the heart center would be, there is this, I don't know how else to describe it, this effervescent, beautiful, alive energy that is who he is at his core. So that was fascinating. I mean, I didn't even have time to process this. It happened so fast. The next thing, Emery is his name. Emery and I are in the family room, just the two of us, and we're playing. And again, he's 15 months old. He goes to toss me a block and he hits me in the cheek. Well, I mean, the kid doesn't know how to throw. He's 15 months old. And immediately it's like, well, he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, I'm not upset. There's nothing, there's no issues there. But what I hear was forgive quickly, completely, and unconditionally. What struck me about that was, instead of seeing, as I would, with adults perhaps, any malice behind that action, it was just, he's a baby. He's just a baby. Just forgive quickly and go on. And in that scenario, certainly that was easy to do. The very next second, and I'm telling you this in a linear fashion, but it happened all at once.
Yeah.
I'm in a darkened space. I see a door start to crack open. And out of the crack of this door streams this beautiful gold teeming light. It was joyful and it was full of energy. It was what I imagined Mardi Gras is. I've never been to Mardi Gras. but that's kind of the way I think it would be, just teeming with life and vibrancy and happiness and joy. Now, I actually have had a near-death experience. This was not the same thing. That light, at least the way I experienced, was very calm. It was white. It was just calm and loving. This was loving, compassionate joy, but I mean, it was turned up. It was turned up. Just beyond almost what I could comprehend. And I actually my eyes are closed this whole time. I start to cry because what I realized is that the love I feel for my grandson is such a tiny part of the love that's available to all of us.
Wow. And
we're just tapping into it. And again, I heard, you're all trying to get back here. You don't understand. You never left. You are the light.
Wow.
And then the vision was over.
All of this just instantaneously giving you these messages and these visuals. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And Diane, the thing that, I know what we're going to get to next is how the universe just gave you the perfect opportunity to live those principles. But before we get to that distinction, it's easy for us to understand when you're looking into that sweet innocence of your grandson. And it's easy to look past, any little actions, looking into the core of that heart of love. And we all want that, right? We've all had these experiences, these moments of awe or bliss, whether it's out in nature or with a child or with our beloved, or in a religious experience. And then life hits us. And so you actually had a conversation with your husband just shortly after that experience where you got the chance to practice these be love principles, right?
I did. And it was very dramatic, and it never ceases to amaze me how perfectly Spirit guides us through these processes. Now, I had this epiphany, this miracle happen, and it was during a workshop. So, I finished my workshop. I actually was pretty taken aback. It was hard to even talk, actually, after that. That evening, I'm talking to my husband on the phone, telling him how the day went, all that sort of thing. And he tells me that an old family friend of ours had a tragedy. An ex-spouse who I certainly had met had taken the life of their only child and then taken their own life. And of course, our friend was devastated. The family was devastated. The community was devastated. It's just beyond comprehension.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Absolutely. Just beyond comprehension. So he was upset. I'm upset. It's even not even upset. It was almost just shock.
Yeah.
And trying to process. I had a hard time sleeping. I couldn't, every time I shut my eyes, I could see this event. My heart was broken. And about 3 a.m., I sat up in bed and I literally said out loud, God, I know I can't do anything about this, but how am I supposed to be with it?
Yeah.
And immediately I heard, be love. Greet everyone with an open heart without an agenda. See the divine essence in everyone. Forgive quickly, completely, and unconditionally. You are all just babies, and you're all just trying to remember the light.
Wow.
So I started working. I was forgiving the person. I was forgiving me for my reaction. I was seeing this person. That's the first thing I did was I said, show me. Open my heart and show me this person without an agenda. And I just saw the desperate, the confusion in this person's mind before these acts, just how confused, how much pain they were in. I even actually saw some mental confusion as far as like a biological issue. But it wasn't as an excuse. It just gave me so much more compassion for what was going on. Exactly. And I was able to see this person really as a divine light, just like we are, just like my grandson is, just like, children are, even the one that passed. And that it's not my job to judge, or my job's only to love everyone, to love myself, love everyone, and to be the presence of love as much as I can.
Yeah.
But it was a shock.
Yeah, that is a shock. And it's so beautiful the way you tell the story in this chapter of the book, Magic and Miracles. And it reminds me of, in our spiritual practice, we do a forgiveness meditation where we recognize that it's in our confusion, in our darkness, in our pain, in our anger, in our separation from who we really are as spiritual beings, that we commit things against other people or against ourselves. And it's that once we understand that nobody takes these actions without there being some deep, dark cloud that's clouding them from the light of who they really are and who they're affecting. And that engenders that sort of compassion where we can get to that point of forgiveness, even though it seems like this is the unthinkable act. So what amazing... it's just so amazing. Obviously, this book is about magic and miracles, so obviously there was no coincidence that this was delivered to you just when you were going to need it the most. And what you shared with me after we met was you really feel that there's this urgency to let people know that we can all connect to divine guidance, that we are all meant to be here and be love. It's not just you on a spiritual retreat. We are all being called to live these principles on a daily basis, right?
Absolutely. And not only that, I'm just feeling compelled to remind everyone we are the light. This particular person, you're exactly right. They felt separated from the light. They forgot who they were. And don't we all forget every once in a while? Well, maybe sometimes more than once in a while, right? Anytime we are in fear, overwhelm, anytime that occurs, we're not remembering that we are the light. I think of it as relaxing into the love of who I am. Every day I do my best to be the presence of love. And I have to remind myself all the time, right? These principles, though, when I am coming across issues, and really it's been amazing to me how these principles have worked. I use them. I had a physical issue last week. I had a back problem, and it was during the holidays. My chiropractor was on vacation. It was like, what am I going to do? And I got all in my head. Oh my goodness, all these things. And I realized, wait a second, this isn't who I am. Yeah. Let me just look at this. So I actually went to a mirror and I said, show me how to greet myself with an open heart without an agenda. And in that particular case, the agenda was what was the script that had been running in my head. My back's messed up. I'm not going to be able to pick up my grandbaby. It's going to interfere with the holiday plans. That was just a script. It's not who I am.
Wow. And so what happened to your back?
It actually got better.
Yeah.
I said, show me the divine essence, not only in me, but in this scenario. And what I saw was I was given an opportunity to remember the principles, to remember I'm the light.
Yes.
That's what happened. And I forgave myself for forgetting. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Here's the next part. You forgot. Okay.
Forgive quickly and completely. Right?
Yeah. Unconditionally, just let it go. And I will say there were times when the back got a little sore here and there, but it was just nothing like it was before. Nothing. When there was an issue and it wasn't even an issue, but when you'll get a little irritated, somebody does something, you feel yourself being triggered.
Yeah.
I've been able to go back and go, wait a minute, let me see this with an open heart. Let me see this without an agenda. Let me see this without this person that I expect to act this way or that way. What I've learned to do is before situations, this actually has now become my prayer in the morning. Yeah. As I start my day, I dedicate this day to love. Show me how to open my heart without an agenda to myself and others. Show me the divine essence in everyone and everything. Show me how to forgive quickly, completely, and unconditionally. Remind me that I am the light and so is everyone else. That's become a morning prayer.
Diane, that is so beautiful. I could envision that as like a spoken guided meditation for the morning, as before we even get out of bed. I do that a lot. I have these guided meditations where I focus on what do I really want to be today, and I just love that. Diane, you are such a gift to this world. I loved meeting you in person in Washington, D.C. with our mutual friend, Sister Dr. Jenna, at the Meditation Museum. And I really I went home that weekend and I got the book, How to Choose Love When You Just Want to Slap Somebody. I loved it. Because let's be honest, we are spiritual beings. Right. Who have incarnated in a human form, and there will be times when you feel like, so I love that you just keep it really real, and now you're bringing this work so much deeper. I absolutely love the Be Love principles, so I would encourage anyone who is really struggling or really wants to deepen your practice of love in this life, check out Diane's work at dianehaworth.com. Read her chapter in this book, Magic and Miracles, and check out her other work as well. Truly, truly a gift to us all, Diane. I thank you so much. And I look forward to collaborating on some other things where we can get together.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you do in the world. Thank you for this book. And I really appreciate this opportunity. I just want to remind everybody, too, divine guidance is for us all. Just ask.
Yeah, and I love that. It's just a simple question, and it will show up however. For us, it may be visions, it may be voices. Sometimes it will be that synchronicity, that meeting someone or something that happens. We can ask for divine guidance, and it will come to us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thank you again, my friend. I am so grateful that we had this opportunity to connect and share your beautiful work with the world, and there's always more to come.
Thank you so much, and thanks to everyone who's watching this. I really appreciate it.
Yes, many blessings to you all.
Bye.
Did you enjoy that interview? I sincerely hope so. I hope that you are inspired to connect to love and divine guidance by putting those Be Love principles into action. If you enjoyed this video, then please do share it with someone else who might need a little positivity and magic and love sprinkled into their lives. If you or somebody that you know has an idea that needs to be published and spread across the world, then please check out the publishing options available at makeyourmarkglobal.com. And who knows, we just might be sharing your magic and your miracle with the world sometime soon. Until we meet again, my friend, please remember that you are a gift and a miracle to this world. So share your presence with passion. Much love.